Level 6 fight.
Yeah, there's the pull, and it's going right to Danny S2. I mean, it's one pull. Seal the deal. That's it.
Yeah. And that's the unfortunate thing. After you use your jump as Cassidon, you can't jump away from the pull. So he's got to kind of manage those cooldowns there and watch out for that Blitzcrank pull. But as I was mentioning earlier, as we talked about in the previous game before as well, is I want Elise to die because she has enough money to get that Rod of Ages. So I would have rather have her save that flash, just go in, get as much damage as she can down in some sort of fighter scenario, but get back to base as soon as she can here. Get that Rod of Ages stacking because she's going to do a lot of damage and be extremely tanky once she gets that going. Cassidon, of course, just picked it up for himself.
Remember, it took Lone Companion almost, what, 7 or 8 minutes to die. Oh, hold on. Never mind. Instant death there. Another kill for Bacon, and there is the slicing Maelstrom, just tearing up Randy's favorites, but it's actually going to be Ken who falls first. Mordekaiser doing tremendous amount of damage. Once he gets on his own, there's the mark, there's one hit, there's two, and there's the ultimate as well. A double kill going over to Zielman on that misfortune with the Blitzcrank Ghost to help them push down this tower. They're not going to take it, I don't think, but they're going to get very, very close.
Yeah, these turrets are so tanky early. They're going to get chunked pretty hard. It's definitely not going to go down, but it's going to get chunked extremely hard. Last minion going to... Oh, they might stay for it. We'll see if they do. No, they're going to stay for it because they have the Blitzcrank there. I lied.
Tail to tank it. He's going down, but Squirtles is so low. That Mordekaiser Q hurts so much. It's ridiculous. This is why he is banned in so many games. Oh, but never mind. We get back into a Whiz Cleaver, picking up 2 kills almost instantly. No, scratch that monkey tail. Had to have one of his own. Zielman taking his own life there just so he could go back and farm up. Now that Elise has that Rod of Ages, she's got a bit more tankiness going forward. She's got a bit more damage. Not enough to sacrifice her life for anything, though.
Yeah, definitely not. Really good job using the Mordekaiser Ghost there, or not the Mordekaiser Ghost, I guess it is kind of, but it's the Blitzcrank Ghost, I guess you could say there, on that turret, using it to tank. Really well played. That's exactly what you want to do when you get that Mordekaiser Ghost going, is use it to take objectives. Really well played there by the red side in Randy's favorites. Now they got Cassidon jumping around, they got their Age of the Legion going, they got the double Rod of Ages, Bloodthirster for MF. They've got some really good item spikes right now, and the same can't be said for the entire team of Kamehameha Hiss. I mean, TF's got a decent one, but here we go.
There's the Cocoon. They don't have any more Fallout CC, and a quick flash gets them out. This is the problem. They've got one hard CC, and that's it. And that's terrible, because it doesn't last that long. It's only 1 second at this point in the game. Once Elise starts ranking that up, it'll be much better, but... Right. Oh, hold on. 1.6 seconds. Did I miss something here? I thought Elise's stun was still only 1 second, scaling up to 2.
Oh, I could not tell you that.
I must have missed that. But there it is, once again, right onto Weekly, but 2 for 2 there, as they pick up the kill onto him. The Absolute Zero coming out, but so is On the Hunt. So an ult for an ult there, as well as a kill in favor of Randy's favorite. They don't have much CC, but they know how to use it.
Oh, they're going to go for that snowball dive or just use the zone.
There's like a Misfortune ult going down and dealing a tremendous amount of damage to Monkey Tail, but he is going to pull in Holy Sport, killing him instantly there. Squirrel's trying to get off Slicing Maelstrom, but he just got burst down so quickly, it didn't even matter. Now the Repel coming up, going on to Danny. He's so low, but there's the Snowball. Not going to pick it up, though. It's going to be Elise grabbing that one. Are they going to stay and try and pick up this kill on the Whiz Cleaver? Yes, they are. Elise showing off her strength there, and with Cassidon to back her up as well. That's a tremendous amount of magic damage, and Baconair's got to stay safe. This Cassidon is not afraid of anything. Is he going to go for it? Oh, the hard ult. Tragically going onto Monkey Tail, but not onto Rejuvenation. He does get taken down, but it takes a while for it to happen. And Zielman is able to pick up that shutdown in the meantime.
Oh, there's the Ignite.
Going to get taken down by that Ignite. About time. And Zielman falling as well for the triple kill over in favor of Squirrel. So we finally see the Ignite start to come out here. One coming out, then another slowly coming out, but you still got 2 ready to go. Danny's got his, Wiz Khalifa has his. They're just not able to get into positions where they're able to throw out these Ignites. TF has too much range to really want to go in and pop an Ignite onto someone.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. And here's the engage from Cassidon under the turret.
Fail. Unable to escape. They don't have any hard CC, but that snowball from Nunu is just huge. And Wiz Khalifa trying to ult out of there, but he is unsuccessful as he gets taken down by the Nunu.
Yeah, blown up extremely quickly there. Tried to get that Destiny out of the way, but unfortunately for him, way too squishy to let that happen. Squirtle's getting chunked as well. Oh my goodness.
Fu Tabo's trying to get in range for that repel. Unable to get the cocoon, but they bait out the Zonias instead. Oh, that is the worst feeling when you preemptively Zonias and then it doesn't really do anything at all and you still end up dying. The absolute worst.
That's definitely one of those scenarios where you just have to kind of accept your death and hold the cooldown.
Nice pull by Monkey Tail there. He is on point with these so far. 249. Not bad at all. Considering the fact they've been pushed in quite far at this point.
Absolutely, and here's a little bit of a death push coming out from Elise and MF. We'll see if they kind of sniff out their plan. And MF's just bailing on it, leaving her spider buddy alone.
Too many. Back out. Ooh. I was half expecting Monkey Tail to pull back like a handful of spiders there, but he went for the big one, and it almost worked out, just not quite there.
Yeah, no, he did. He put it in a decent position, tried to curve it around the spiders. I mean, it's worth the chance of putting it around there. Elise again making that little death push. She's probably gonna go. Yeah, there's the cocoon. Missed though.
Yep. And the bard
magical journey through the turret.
Tower. Gotta go through it.
Saved you a split second. Time is everything, I guess, in this game. So, not the worst thing in the world.
I feel like we're just speeding through these games so far. Is this going to be another early one? Last game was only about, what, 15 minutes? And this one at 12 and a half. Oh, there's the Bard ult. Monkey Tail going in. Is he going to be able to get something? Zealman is in a position where he's too far back for any kind of grab to come out. And here comes the counter initiation from Randy's favorite. Rejuvenation and Teddy Bears are in there trying to get something, but they are unable to. But Monkey Tail looking to possibly go down, but he is going to stay alive. It is now Kung Fu Tabears who is on fire. He is going to get taken down here, but no! Oh, just barely burning down. And Wiz Khalifa incredibly low, but still alive for the time being. It seems like it's just a matter of time before Rejuvenation jumps on in there. He's out of mana though. Can he pick up another one? There it is, Zealman helping out. Baconator going to fall as well. Holy Sport doing his best to stay alive. They're using that ghost to take down the tower. Zealman not going to stay alive. There's the slicing maelstrom just a little bit too late. Oh, it's just death all around here. You got 4 seconds before Wiz Khalifa comes on up. Holy Sport is just a free kill at this point. Can he do any more damage to this tower before he falls? The flash says no.
Wow, yeah, and able to hold off for now is the blue side and Kamehameha Hiss. With some good play in that team fight, Blitzcrank kind of really took it on his own shoulders to set that fight up. They did a good job of kiting back because Kassadin and Elise were coming in from the other side. They're zoning their backline off. They did a good job as a team in kiting back to their turrets and using their turrets properly. Blitzcrank with another great hook, hooked Nunu underneath the turret there, and that really set their team fight up really well because once he went down, they didn't really have too much of a front line to rely on for the back line of them to do safe damage. Every time Kassadin went in, he was the one taking the damage. Same thing to be said for Elise, and then Zealman didn't really have anybody to peel for him in that back line. Eventually went down, but they still did grab that inhibitor. They have the turret down as well, and they're waiting for that next team fight to try and push and end the game.
Blitzcrank works so much better when he has a turret to pull people into. And with nice pull onto the AD carry. That's exactly what I've been waiting to see this match. No. Monkey Tail looking to get a little bit more. He's still got a fair bit of a cooldown left on that pull, but it is up. There's the knockup as well. Kung Fu Taber is so low. How long is that repel going to save him? He is running in the opposite direction. Not going to be able to make it out as the stun comes out from that TF gold card. And now we're left with Holy Spork and Rejuvenation defending that first outer tower. Now, we need to see Kamehameha take this. They need to come back in some shape or form. They're even in kills, but they are slightly behind in goal at this point.
Yeah, and definitely kind of map control and objectives is the big thing that they're behind in right now. But that was a great play. Barley and the great Q. There's another pull.
Stun into the pull. The Misfortune Ultimate is there trying to get them off the tower, and it does work. But still, no kills picked up. Wiz Khalifa goes doing what it can to get that damage down, and with Holy Spork there to back him up, that is going to take down Monkey Tail. Here comes Squirrels trying to get that slicing maelstrom, and it works this time. Beautiful Zonias to just take out both members. You are not taking him out after a beautiful kill like that. He deserves to live, and he does. Oh no! Oh! Beautiful stun coming up from Baconator, just barely keeping Squirtles alive.
Yeah, third time's a charm there for Squirtles. First time didn't pop the Zonias, second time didn't pop the Zonias, third time pops it perfectly, gets that kill for his team right there, setting up the double kill overall. Really good play there by Kennen, exactly how you want to use that alt Zonias combo. Again, phenomenal hooks by Monkey Tail, and Baconator Broski, although he's been missing his ults a lot, his Qs have been on point, and he's been landing those stuns, and it was really what allowed that teamfight to set up. There's a great ult!
Oh, Rejuvenation, the only one around right now. Here comes the Repel, though. Who is it going on to? No one. Kung Fu Teddy Bears just skittering on out of there. But, oh, so close. If that stun land onto Whiskler, he would be dead, but he still might be. Kung Fu Teddy Bears is taking so much damage while stunned, though. Now, they're using On the Hunt to escape out of this Kamehameha, doing what they can to stay alive. The Absolute Zero, but it's not going to do anything. Two members of Randy's favorites taken down there, but they're able to get the inhibitor. Once more, Zonia's coming out from Rejuvenation, keeping him alive while he can come back and take down Monkey Tail. Now Danny ST doing what he can to take out Zealman, and he is successful, but he sacrificed his life in the process. Holy Sport, so low, but he is still alive. And now they have got that Cannon Ghost to help push down this tower. While Holy Sport is very low, he has got that Hex Tech Gunblade. He can siphon up health a decent bit using Squirrels as well, and this will also restore his shield here. Can they take out Baconator? Oh. One Q, bam, slap right across the face, and this could this be game here? Can Rejuvenation just kind of hide around? He's going for it. He's getting lower though. He's getting lower. Can they stop him? The Ignite is burning, and they are shutting him down before he can take this Dexon. But it is so low. I don't know how long Kamehameha can hold this off.
The Ignite saves the game, but I mean, just for now, basically. They have no more turrets left. They got super minions flooding their base. More Death Bush camping from Elise, but she's just eating cards right now. She needs to back up.
Oh, she's going for it!
Oh, she's going for it!
The Flash trying to get on the Repel.
Here's the Peke.
Oh, where's Baconator's? There it is! Oh no, and a beautiful effort, but just stun after stun after stun. They're going to keep Kung Fu Teddy Bears from being the hero his team needs, but not the one they deserve.
This is one of those moments that scares me so much, because it starts setting up this kind of train of like, oh, I can do it. I can get that last hit on the Nexus, and then one person tries, they fail, like, no, well, that person did something wrong, but I think I could do it right, and then they try, and by the end of the time, like, before you know it, this game's starting to snowball back inside of the other team's favor, so we'll see if they can kind of let that happen, but I think that Randy's favorites kind of got the idea after that. We're like, let's just win the team fight, and then we'll take the Nexus there. We'll slowly push it in with minions instead of trying to backdoor it like that. It's hard to backdoor when it's one long straight lane.
I mean, their process of just winning team fights and then taking towers has been working out beautifully for them so far. They've finally given up their first tower, but look how much ground they've taken beforehand. So, I mean, it's really not a big deal. There's the Cocoon onto Monkey Tail, but he is just incredibly tanky at this point. He's got a locket on top of a... It's not that tanky. It's just got health. Where's all this resistance coming from?
He's reasonably tanky there. He's got, of course, the Merc Treads there, and he used the face of the mountain on himself right there as well, so that provides a little bit of extra shield and stuff. So he's not bad. He's alright. He's decent, but he's got a bunch of AoE in that locket, of course, for his team, which is what you want. Those auras are going to be really strong. Bard going for a lot of damage, though, which I'm a little bit surprised by, but hey, anything's good.
Ooh, Flash coming out with a slicing nail right into the middle of the top. Beautiful ult by Squirrel, and it just tears Randy's favorites apart. One down so far. The new ult, Absolute Zero, doing what it can, but not enough here. Now Kung Fu Teddy Bears skittering away there. It's going to be up to that rain of bullets. Make it rain. That's the word I'm looking for. The slow is actually phenomenal at this point in the game.
Yeah, it's actually quite strong, and that was all Squirtles right there. That was he is just showing us that each time he is in a team fight, he's getting better and better and better at using that ult, that Zonias. That was pretty much perfect right there. That was pretty much all Kennen winning that team fight. Obviously the team helps, but that engage, the Zonias, the ult, was everything that Kennen is picked for. Perfect play by Squirtles.
And we talked about this. First thing we talked about in the beginning of this match. One side has an initiation, the other doesn't. And when it's pulled off, it works beautifully. The Slicing Maelstrom did so much damage in that last fight. It tore up. Oh, never mind. Here come the marks. The fight is starting once again. Holy Sport in there, trying to get onto Whiskleeva. He is ignited though. Can he pick up the kill? Yes, he can. Meanwhile, Rejuvenation doing what he can to push onto this backline. Squirtles no longer has that ultimate available, and he is going to get taken down. No one left standing. Quadra kill for Rejuvenation. And that is going to be game for Randy's favorites. After a beautiful turnaround coming out from Kamehameha with that slicing Maelstrom ult, the cooldown's just a little bit too long to happen right afterwards.
Yeah, and that was a good job of Randy's favorites of recognizing that timing window of basically being like, hey, the reason we lost that team fight was because of the Zonias and the Cannon ultimate. We've got a few seconds right now where he does not have that. Let's go and push and engage. And they just kind of forced the end of the game right there. Zealman did a great job of positioning the entire game. He did get pulled a couple times by Blitzcrank, but has the flash to kind of nullify that mistake right there. But the positioning by Zealman was great. Focused a lot of objectives, was in good position to get that bullet time off for most of the game. Rejuvenation did a great job of turning each time in each fight. He popped back in on Kassadin. There's a lot of times where Nunu would be tanking the turret or absorbing some sort of damage, and Kassadin would recognize this and jump back in, realizing that, hey, you know what? If I jump in and they're all targeting Nunu, I'm probably not going to take much damage. So he's able to jump in and release his damage and then get out safely. So really good job by Rejuvenation. Played some really good team fights, and I'm actually extremely surprised at how few how little the kill participation is there for Elise. Kung Fu Teddy Bears only picking up 11 overall. That's kind of interesting, especially on an ARAM map.
Yeah, I feel we focused on her a lot because a lot of action seemed to be happening around her, but 5, 6, and 6 really doesn't compare to the 12, 7, and 18 that Rejuvenation picked up there. So a little bit confused, but I'm sure that Randy's favorites do not care. They're moving on to the semifinals, so they're happy enough with that.
Yeah, absolutely. And unfortunately, Monkey Tail landing a lot of good pulls and things like that. They had some good kind of CC. Bard actually landed a great ultimate near the end there. Some good Qs all game long, but as we can see from the damage dealt to champions, it was the Kassadin show all the way. Nearly double his next closest teammate's damage from there, but really, it was mostly team play that kind of allowed that. The ability, like you said, there was so few kind of pure engages that they had, so they used their snowballs extremely well, something I was talking about before. The snowballs really kind of open up a lot of opportunities for these team comps that don't kind of have these ways to engage. If 3 people have snowballs and they can all just gap close and just get in the mix and pop their spells, slap the keyboard, then they can get something done. So I really feel like that paid a lot of dividends. And the Ignites, although in some scenarios they were all right, I feel like they definitely could have benefited from some different summoner spells there, especially Sivir, preferably picking up a Flash. Definitely would have liked to see that, especially since some of the what's the word I'm looking for? Spell shields. I was going to say counter spells, but these spell shields were not exactly on point there, unfortunately. So picking that up would be helpful. But at the end of the day, like you said, Randy's favorite's going to be moving on into our semi-final round. So congratulations to them. And even though Kamehameha Hiss is knocked out of the tournament, they made it into the top 8. So they will go home with some IP win bonuses. So congratulations to them. And then everybody in the tournament from this point forward is getting some RP for prizes. 4th place and above gets RP prizes plus win bonuses. And of course, a Triumphant Rise skin for everybody on the winning team, first place. So thank you guys so much for watching and listening. My name is Streetbull, casting alongside the Earth Key, and we will be jumping right back into our semifinal game. We are the Random Championship Series, and we'll be right back shortly.
chains that you pull away. I feel the fear when you look at me. But we've had enough of love. Is this not enough? Let me in your arms. Feel it deep inside. I break the chains that you pull away. I feel the fear when you look at me. Oh, we've had enough of love. Is this not enough? Is this not enough? Is this not enough? Let me in. Feel my heartbeat. Feel it deep inside.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Random Championship Series Open Division ARAM tournament for today, Friday, October the 30th. My name is Streetball, casting alongside Earthkey, and we are in our semi-final matchup right now between all mid, all modes on the blue side, and the red side is Team Lola. And these are all very high elo players, so it should be an exciting game. And right off the bat, I see some very, very fancy things here. We got a Ziggs, which is extremely annoying, and then we got Sona and Nami on the other side, so Heel Fest versus Poke Fest.
Yeah, I'm not sure who really comes out on top here. I want to say all modes, all mid, all mid. Ugh. Okay, I'm not gonna do this.
AM,
AM,
AM, AM,
AM.
AM.
I'm not doing
A-
this all night.
The
Jeez.
AM
Oh,
PM
God.
boys over here.
Yeah. But anyway, I mean, Ziggs has to actually aim his stuff. And last time I played Sona, literally all I had to do was, and I don't know if you can hear this, but
Yep.
and that's how you win Sona, boys.
Yeah, you kind of just waddle around for a bit, slap the Q, slap the W, slap the E, and then you're like, oh, look, there's a bunch of people standing together. Let me tap the R one time real quick, and then everything's good to go from there. And they have a reasonable amount of squishies there on the side of Team Lola, so it could be reasonably devastating if, of course, you do land the Sona ultimate or possibly a bubble, and then Echo and Renekton jump in on top of that. Could be pretty rough if you are that LeBlanc, that Ziggs, that Brand. But that said, all three of those champions have a ridiculous amount of actual damage coming out from them, and a decent amount of AoE damage on top of that as well. So it could be really good poke, and it could be strong explosions in team fights. And a bunch of snowballs in this game. That's exactly what I like to see. And actually some clarity is being taken right here to make sure that everybody can be topped off on mana because, of course, it is used. The clarity restores all of the allies around you, restores some of their mana. So if there's 4 people around you, all those people get mana back. So I really like that spell.
I just feel so bad for Lola, though. I mean, we haven't really talked much about them because it's uncanny getting two healers on the same side, and now both of these healers also have clarity. So there's going to be no downtime. It is going to be heals on top of heals on top of heals.
Yeah,
And the only weakness I can see right now is that there is a very, very large amount of magic damage on the side of AMAM. But that's it.
Yeah, no, it's very true. Absolutely, Renekton really is kind of the only person on that team that is actually kind of an AD champion. Pretty much everybody else either building AP or some form of tankiness, sustain, whatever the heck it is that they decide to build. The one chance that I feel like Team Lola does have on the red side is, like I was saying, they have a ton of damage, and if they can kind of wombo combo the Aatrox jump in, the Pantheon jump as well, and then all of the actual skill sought damage trained in from those backline mages on top of that, they could blow these guys up pretty darn quickly, and I'm expecting probably Ziggs, probably more to get a Morellonomicon to deal with the fact that, of course, there's going to be so much healing coming out from Sona and Nami. So they're going to have to just wait and kind of relax in quote-unquote lane phase or early game, whatever you want to call it there, until you hit level 6 or around there, until someone gets caught out of position and you can try and get that one-and-done team fight. Because if they just keep going poke back and forth, the sustain, plus, like you said, the clarity, never running out of mana, is going to be really annoying to deal with when there's not only one, but two healers on that team.
The problem with waiting until 6 comes around, and then waiting even more, is that Singe is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Sure, Renekton might fall off a bit, so you really don't have to worry about him. But Singe is, even though he's not going to be dealing a ton of damage to you, he's just so annoyed to have running around everywhere. Now that he laughs whenever he flips you too, it's just so annoying to deal with him. And he just gets so strong as the game goes on. I'm kind of leading towards AMAM, but the last time I did that, Randy's favorites actually came out on top. So obviously, I have no idea what I'm talking about in terms of ARAM. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, and like what you were talking about with the Singed, I really feel like it's not the damage that he brings out, it's his ability not to die and just to slow everybody around him. So all of those squishy backline mages, like the Ziggs, like the Brand, even if they do get jumped on and they're able to survive the initial damage, they're going to be so slowed that the people like the Echo, like the Renekton, hey, even the Sona, because I expect her to kind of build a little bit of AP as well, can come in there and follow up on that as that Ziggs and as that Brand are super slowed and trying to run away at the end. But as we jump into the loading screen right here, I want to remind you all that we are the Random Championship Series. Our website is randomcs.com. Our Facebook page is esportsrcs, so please give us a like there on Facebook. Our Twitter is at esportsrcs. Please give us a follow on there. Please give us a follow on our Twitch page as well. Bottom left-hand corner of the page right there, big purple follow button. Please click that. It would really help us out. And of course, if you'd like to donate, you can go to randomcs.com and scroll to the bottom and click on our crowdfunding button. You'll be taken to our Patreon page where you can find out about more awesome cross-promotional sponsorship opportunities. So you give us something, we give you something, and everybody wins. And look at all the investment items so far from All Mid All Modes. This is what they're known for. And you can see on the opposite end of the spectrum, Team Lola going for all of those chalices. So we can kind of see which one actually works out better, the investment versus the chalice. All three of them, or all of them, yeah, all three of them give you that sustain, but but there may be a face check.
No. Oh no, Rice Fox stun after stun with the flip on top, and that's going to be first blood going over to Renekton here. Could they get another one? Oh, there goes Pantheon as well. AOL Menki gonna get taken down there, and so far 2-0 in favor of AMAM here. Already off to a good start. That CLG icon blazing strong.
Okay, it looks like we're hopefully back into our game right here. We're having a little bit of stream issues, but hopefully we're jumping back into the game already immediately off the bat. All mid-all modes taking a 2-0 lead in gold. Even though they've gone for all those investment items, it does not persuade, or does not dissuade them. Whoa, the engage from Pantheon.
That was a little bit iffy there. They're able to get a lot of CC and damage down onto Erica, though. And Singe going down there, a bait that actually turned out to prove quite profitable for Lola.
Yeah, that was actually not bad. Does, of course, have to burn the flash to get out of there initially. But yeah, very, very aggressive play by AOL Menki right there. But that's kind of what you have to do right now. You got to make those crazy plays like you were saying, or else you're just going to have to kind of wait until later in the game. And right now, they're doing a good job of kind of pushing themselves back after the initial kind of catastrophe of that face check there by Rice Fox at the beginning of the game.
I'm actually so sad that the stream was down just long enough to miss that first double kill, because it was so well executed. I'll get into it in a little bit, but I feel like AOL Menki is looking to try something once again. He's only at half HP, but I can see him just itching to throw that snowball down, follow up with it. It's not going to happen, though. I'm too hopeful.
He has no flash this time, so if he does do that, he's probably going to get blown up immediately. So a little bit more tricky this time. There's a bubble actually just barely missing Brand. There's the... Nope.
The bait's coming out.
Oh, there's Aatrox.
Aatrox doing what he can. He's still got his passive too, but it's going to be AOL Menki going down here, but they are trading him for rare candy on that Echo. Not bad, not bad. 1 for 1, getting that gold flowing early. This should lead to a much more interesting early game now that everyone's got a little bit extra money there. Oh, beautiful Mark! Throwing Rice Fox back into the team behind the door, doing what he can in that backline, but he's going to get taken down by one auto from Rice Fox. I don't know how he made it out of there alive, but he did, and picked up a kill on top of that. Beautiful LeBlanc there.
Yeah, had to burn that flash there as well. He's been trying some poke.
And once again, it keeps on going. What is the Wolf taken down on that Sona? You don't usually see those guys going down too frequently, but when they get caught out, they sink fast.
That was a great job by Rice Fox, actually walking up forward to grab the health relic before he took the distortion back to where he was originally. Really good smart play there by Rice Fox. And 2-1-2 on this LeBlanc so far. Going to be picking up the Athene's Chalice when she does come back. Or Athene's Unholy Grail, excuse me. When she does eventually back or die, I guess, for the second time in this game. But doing a good job of poking so far and using her giant mobility and her giant kind of gap closer, I guess whatever you want to call it there, to get that poke down and also escape, because it was a good engage and a good bubble there on Aatrox as well, but able to stay alive for both of them, both Aatrox as well as that LeBlanc, keeping themselves healthy.
Where to go from here? It's about that time where AOL Menki throws out another snowball, but it's Rice Fox who's leading the charge this time, taken down to about half HP, but he's giving about as good as he takes. The only problem is, though, those double healers on the sides of AMAM. Oh, there's some snowball though. Rice Fox getting out there as fast as he can, but AOL Menki does not have the ability to flash out like a LeBlanc does, and he is going to get taken down there once again. Not having the best game of his life, 1-3-2 at the moment. It seems like AMAM really have a bone to pick with him.
Yeah, this is quite a bloodthirsty game so far. There's really been a lot of early aggressive engages coming out from Aatrox and Pantheon. They're really not taking that strategy that I gave them to heart and just kind of chill and just wait until the sustain doesn't really affect you that much. But right now, they're just looking to fight. So they are kind of doing the right thing by forcing fights and creating kind of one-and-done fights. But at the end of the day, there's just so much healing and stuff that comes out that if they can't just kill everyone immediately, all of the damage they do in those fights will become negated by the healing, and they're still going to be at half HP.
Rice Fox is doing a nice job of getting in, getting some poke downs. Just, this isn't the team to be doing that, unfortunately, and LeBlanc kind of struggles in these kinds of scenarios.
And that's exactly like you said, is every time she goes in, even though she's doing the right thing by getting that poke in there, each time she does, she gets damage in, but she takes damage as well, and the difference is Sona and Nami can heal the damage that she put in back up, where LeBlanc cannot do the same thing.
Pushing up once again. Are we going to see any kind of action coming out here? Just more poke onto AOL Mankey, who's now down to about half HP here. He's got that Brutalizer, though, so if he does go in, he should be able to cut through any kind of resistance put up by AMAM. But still, those Sona auto attacks, they hurt quite a bit, especially when you got Power Cord on top of it.
Yeah, and Sona actually opted to pick up the Sheen after that tier there, so her auto attacks are definitely going to be hurting a lot of
it's
the
the mark! AOL Mankey, no! Getting stunned, but he's still alive for now. The Tidal Wave picking up the kill there, but there is the Pyroclasm doing what it can to get in there. Not going to kill anyone on the side of AMAM, though. They're able to pick up the LeBlanc Ghost, but Rice Fox is still alive for now. Still, 2 more kills for AMAM here. 6-4 for the time being, but the gold difference really isn't that noticeable.
But the thing that I do like about All Middle... Oh, here's the Panthalt.
Oh, here he comes to save the day. AOL Mankey just destroying what is the Wolf. He is still alive, though. He is barely going to go down there, but he does fall. The exhaust coming out for behind the door. Can he fall to that brand passive? Not quite. That health potion and that wave from Nami keeping him alive. Oh, this is why you level your Aatrox. You're so close to taking out Renekton. But Purge the Innocent not able to quite do it. Singed also incredibly low. They all make it out so far, but the Pillar of Flame taking out Singed, and then a quick follow-up onto Echo. Not bad. Great job by Ukiura picking up those 2 kills, getting himself a bit of gold. He's doing what he can. 4-0-3. He's got the kills, but he hasn't been able to cash in the gold yet, though.
Yeah, and that's kind of the next step in this, and that's what I was going to talk about before they had that big team fight there engaged by the Panthalt. More fighting, though.
Oh, again with the initiation by AOL Mankey. Taken down here. Finally, we see Ukiura going down as well, able to spend that money that he has picked up. But we do see a couple kills coming down from both sides. 2-3 at the moment. What is the Wolf in a spot of trouble here? But Rice Fox is also... Can he make it out of there alive? They're going for the wrong one at the moment. They're able to get the clone. No, they're not even able to get the clone. That's 25 gold, guys. What are you doing?
I think, yeah, he canceled his auto attack. He's like, whatever, I'll leave this.
Not
I'll let them know that I know it's not the right block. But yeah, great job there by Brand, getting himself executed right there. So able to spend all that gold, like you said, while also not giving any over to the enemy team though. So really well played. Excellent calculation to do that in the team fight. Instead of help his team and kind of get more damage and then kill himself and give up gold, just get yourself to go back, just die for free, execute, get back there.
Whoa, Aatrox getting a little bit brave there, going on in. Here comes the Pantheon all as well, but Purgius is going to be dead. Before that, AOL Mankey in the thick of things, but he's taken so incredibly low. Can he pick up something before he dies? Not a chance! AOL Mankey is going to die to that Singe Poison, and he is going to do what he can to pick up yet another kill. Ukiura getting slowly taken down. The poison is too much, but it's going to be what is the Wolf? What is the Wolf on that Sona that is going to pick up the kill? Meanwhile, Singe taking out LeBlanc, and it is only Ziggs left to defend this tower. AMAM, they've got a great amount of sustain, they've got a good amount of damage, but they've got very limited ways in terms of taking these towers. And it is showing right here.
Yeah, really back and forth game so far. Every time these teams win a fight, they don't have enough time to actually push down the objectives. So many snowballs landing.
It always starts with initiation from Lola, but it always ends with a good number of deaths. Purge the Innocent. The first to go down, the first one to go in, the first one to leave. That's, it's weird. That's my motto for going to clubs, too. Ugh, spooky. Anyway. Still, look at that tower damage. It's just not coming out. This is the biggest problem with having an all magic damage team that really doesn't do that much magic damage when it comes down to it. You've got 2 Rod of Ages, but it really doesn't do much when you want to take down a tower like this.
Yeah, and so many of them are melee that they really have to put themselves in danger in order to actually get damage on the turret. So right now, they're kind of more into just staying safe.
Gotta go in. AOL Mankey once again. The Pirate Class is going to follow him in, but AOL Mankey is going to go down first. A double kill so far behind the door. He is just wrecking face with that pure AD that he has got at his disposal. Now, Purge the Innocent's going down there as well. I was so confused. For a second, I thought there were still 3 members left, but oh, a beautiful flip by Singe. Oh, and it's not even over. The exhaust coming on out onto Rare Candy, but he's got the CC. No, he doesn't, but he does have the mark. And down he goes, Singe with the flip, but it is not done yet. Man drop right in the middle of the team. AOL Mankey, unfortunately dying a little bit too fast, but not without his kill, and he takes down Singe. Meanwhile, What is a Wolf going to be tanking that tower, going to fall there, and now Rare Candy is still alive. The mark is going to miss, and he is going to live for now. But I am so tired after that.
Yeah. That was ARAM at its finest right there. His team fight chained into another fight, chained into another fight. I feel like Pantheon was popping his ult on cooldown, just like, we need to keep these fights going. Please keep the train going. Make Earthkey talk some more, because that was crazy. That was like several minutes of just pure fighting non-stop over and over again. And overall, they are able to grab the turret, all mid, all modes that is, to grab the first turret of the game. They're getting a little bit of pushback right now, but a lot of them died and they can spend. They're pretty strong.
There it is, and the shield is coming up. Purging Instance is now out of tower range, but the fight is still raging on. It's behind the door, going on in. The passive is popped by Aatrox, and there's the LeBlanc passive as well. Not going to save her though as she gets taken down. The bloodbath continues as the ace comes out. AMAM, like we said earlier, they can't take towers, but they can sure pick up kills. And each time we see Lola go in, it is quickly answered by a quick flip from Singe. And I mean, look at how well it's out for him. Oh, there's the shutdown though. Not a completely one-side ace. There's Ulquiorra picking up one for his own.
Yeah, behind the door, trying to get the execute on, but a slight bit too soon. Not the biggest deal in the world, though. Still gonna go back to buy.
Candy gets the stun, but he is going to have to give up his life in the process. Meanwhile, Sid also going down here, and it looks like Lola's trying to surge back here, and they're doing a fantastic job. Down goes What is a Wolf, and there goes the Nami as well. The counter ace is coming out. So they're not able to save the inhibitor, but they could possibly get a tower off this.
And really smart play by all mid, all modes. They make sure that they grab the inhibitor. They don't care that they die after, as long as they get that objective. And all of them didn't burn their summoners either, because they know that, hey, we want to die here. We want to save these summoners for the next fight. Great job with the snowball. That's what you want to see, is using the snowballs to stop the executes.
Oh no, and Mickey also
triple?
getting over the kill. They've got the tower though, but there it is, there's the flash. Barely making it out of
he's back!
Ice Smoke's right into the snowball. Oh no. Meanwhile, behind the door, still pushing, not going to get stunned by that seer coming out from Bran. Just a little bit too slow on the Pillar of Flame. But he is still incredibly low, and with nothing Warmogs to help him sustain, it is going to take a lot of mana from his supports to get him back up to full health.
It shouldn't be that big of a deal, though, to be honest. And he's got some lifesteal, he's got some sustain, and the double supports, like you keep mentioning. And they're in a good little item spike right now, all mid, all modes that is, on the blue side. They've got those super minions pushing in. Nami looks like she's just chilling back there, maybe AFK or sitting on a health relic or something. I'm not sure exactly what she's doing. Maybe some connection issues. But yeah, there's some pings from the team. So it looks like they are possibly having connection issues with Nami, and they decide to back off because of that. It's a good call there from all mid, all modes. This might be a 4v5. We'll see how this goes.
There's the mark. AOL Mankey's followed him up very quickly for most of this game. Let's see if he does it again. Honestly, I am so impressed by just how gung-ho AOL Mankey has been on this Pantheon. He was, what, 1-4-3 early on. He's still like, no, we fight to the death, boys, and just jumps on in every single time he lands that mark. I'm so proud of him, because I kind of feel like his initiations, along with Purging Instance on that Aatrox, are keeping Lola in this game. They're not in a very good spot right now, but the gold difference is not really large enough where it is impossible to imagine a comeback.
But that's the thing, is I feel like the gold difference isn't really that big of a deal right now. It's how you kind of use that gold. For example, there's a lot more gold built up in the pockets of the red side. Let me just pull up the team names here, because I completely forgot and I botched it. Lola, that's what they're calling it.
Here it comes. They've realized Nami is not here. Here comes the man drop. It is going on in. What is the Wolf? Is the target for the stun? But there's just so much damage coming out onto Lola. So far, Pantheon has gone down. The Aatrox passive has been blocked, but Rare Candy is able to ult back, pick up a double kill, and behind the door is still going. Ulquiorra so low, flip back into the team. He is going down. Ricefog barely able to pick up that health relic, and there is the adhesive. Whoa, going right back in. Rare Candy is able to pick up that kill. Must have been a misclick by Ricefox as he goes down there. And even though it is a 4v5, that tower helped to even things out initially and helped give AMAM that ace.
And they did a really good job of kiting in the back line and kind of closing in on the front line as well. They're trying to ignore Panth here.
No, he's still fighting. This is the thing. AOL Monkey fights to the death, and while he does go down here, Rare Candy is incredibly low, possibly going down here as Ukiura surges forward with that Aatrox, but instead they're going to opt back, go for that minion clear. They bait out the stun, and there's the jump. Rare Candy going down here. Now Perseus is still in the middle of things, but he is taken incredibly low behind the door, is dealing insane amounts of damage, but a quick sear to the face is still going to take him down. Now, What is a Wolf has been locked up for a little bit. The burn is still there, but the heals are also keeping him alive. So close to death, the Crescendo not able to save him. And Rice Fox surges on towards Eric on that Sin. The stun coming out, leading to a double kill for Rice Fox.
Wow, yeah, amazing fight right there. Rice Fox, sliver of HP, but still making things happen. And you can tell he's pretty comfortable on that LeBlanc, jumping all around, trying to make those fancy plays that LeBlanc is known for. And I kind of feel bad for all mid-all modes right now because unfortunately their Nami is AFK, Gross Pigeon having some connection issues. A nice execute there by Rice Fox, really well done. Only needed one turret shot and he got it with that gap close. Really well played, can go back and buy now. And there's the reconnect from Nami. Okay, that's definitely a little bit better. I would have felt really bad if all mid-all modes lost this game because of a 5v4. They were doing well, outnumbered as before, but right now, with Nami back, I think that they're in a good position to try and hold off this push.
I mean, well, 2 fights ago they had a 4v5 and they turned it around in their favor. Now that Nami is back, I feel like it should be a quick sweep by AMAM so they can pick up this inhibitor that is spawning again real soon. Behind the door, trying to get that stun, but he is unable. Same with Singe, trying to get the mark down. Not quite yet, but here comes the man drop. Aatrox going in, getting onto Gross Pigeon. Do they have the damage to take him down? No, it does not look like. And the tidal wave doing so much to knock them up. Gross Pigeon still alive as Rice Fox jumps onto his face. He is taken down, and there are only 2 members left. AOL Menki still alive, but not for long as he is split like a pancake right into the fire. He is taken down, and Roshan not too far off as the ace comes out once again, sacrificing What is a Wolf for the good of the team as AMA pick up this inhibitor and possibly a tower or 2 before Lola respawn.
Yeah, this might be the game right here. Great gap close by Renekton using the Slice and the Dice max range to pick up, or Ziggs, excuse me, right there at the end. Here comes Aatrox. Oh, what a flip before he can land. What a play. Oh my goodness.
And here it goes. The Nexus is down. That is going to be AMA pushing through with their double healer comp working out so nicely for them in this semifinal match.
Yeah, really good job by both teams right there, but all mid, all modes able to pull it out in the end. Like you said, that double healer comp, pretty devastating, but they were able to play those team fights extremely well. A little bit of over-aggression, I feel like, potentially from Pantheon in that, in a few of those over things, but hey, you know, you need to try and make those plays in order to get yourself into the game. You got to make those plays in order to win the game. So they flipped the coin, and unfortunately, it didn't land their side, but hey, they played a great game and are going home with some RP prizes as well. They're going to be playing in the 3rd place match, and it's going to be all mid, all modes in the grand finals. So I believe it is actually, let me just check this right here. It is going to be Lola versus Randy's favorites in the 3rd place match, and Little N the boys against all mid, all modes in our grand finals. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Streeple, casting alongside the Earth Key. We're going to jump right into our grand finals game just right after this. We are the Random Championship Series, and our website is randomcs.com. We'll be right back, guys. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Random Championship Series Open Division ARAM tournament for today, Friday, October the 30th. My name is Streetball, casting alongside the Earth Key, and we are in our grand final matchup right now between the blue side, all mid all modes, and the red side, Little N and the boys. So we'll see how this match shakes out right now. Some decent picks on either side. Got a couple 80 carries on the purple side, and then actually, there's a couple, same thing can be said there. A couple 80 carries on the blue side as well, so 2 and 2. Your mic's muted there, bud.
I'm trying, though.
There we go.
I'm trying. I thought I could just power through the mute button, but apparently it's kind of like
just yell
giant
enough,
nerf hammer that doesn't allow me to speak. But anyway, so yeah, like you were saying, we got the 280 carries for both sides. So it's looking pretty even at this point. And the thing is, both sides are also decently AD heavy as well. You've got the LeBlanc and the Zillion, and that's about it, unless we see the AP Warwick come out. But it's been a very long time since I've seen that actually work, so I highly doubt that's going to be the case here. But I am happy to see that Gangplank, though.
Yeah, you never know. You might see an AP Corky or something like that, or maybe the kind of the half and half where he builds semi-AD but picks up like a Luden's Echo and weird things like that. Works out not too shabby, but the thing I'm kind of excited about as well is there's Zillion in this game, and Zillion was changed, so now his passive is this like donating experience thing where he kind of banks experience, and then he donates the experience over to one of his allies as well as himself. So it's going to be interesting to see how that kind of works here. So that's kind of one of the things to watch out for is this weird new passive of Zillion. Instead of just kind of giving everyone more experience over time, he banks it and pops it on somebody else. So I've personally never actually seen that in action before, so it's going to be a new experience for us here.
I think, not to be a negative Nancy here, but it's definitely going to sound like it. I think it's actually terrible for ARAM now. Because before, when you originally had Zillion, he's like, experience for everyone, no matter where you are on the map. And then that changed to a small area around where he was. So it still worked out all right on ARAM. Everyone on your team got bonus experience. Everyone was happy, except for the enemy team, who was dead because you hit level 2 before them. But now that he has this kind of like time in a bottle effect, where it's just he can finish off a level for someone, it only works for one person, and on top of that, I'm pretty sure it actually has a channel time as well. So it kind of breaks the action to have Zillion be like, don't worry, I got you. Take my jazz hands and feel level 2-ish or whatever.
And that's the thing, like you said, is I really feel like it's kind of built much more for like, hey, Zillion support, look at him in bot lane there. Your 80 carries level 6 now. Hey, everybody's happy. But when you're, like you said, you're on ARAM and everybody's together, it's kind of like, ooh, I want that old passive back. That was actually not too shabby. Where this, like you said, you're much more focusing on one person on your team, which could actually work out all right if they do put it on the right person and maybe play off that like level spike somehow or something like that. Like let's say they, I don't know, pop it on Callista and then Callista throws in Olaf or Rengar or something, and they do that because they're able to get level 6 like a second before the other team. Maybe they can pull something off like that, but it's yet to be seen. It's going to be an interesting game, and we'll see how they decide to use that. But regardless of the new passive and things like that, the Zillion bombs are always good for poking. Really annoying. You have to make sure you dodge those, and if you accidentally step into them, you pick those back up, blow up your team. You have to spread out everybody. So that's going to be tricky to deal with as well. So I'm really excited to see this game. A little bit kind of too much AD on the purple side there, Little N and the boys, but I think they'll be all right. They got Zillion to back it up. And I think that they can all just build themselves some Last Whispers, maybe like a Black Cleaver and Olaf, that kind of stuff, shred that armor, get themselves in the game.
AP Rengar is still a thing, though. It's not a good thing. It's still a thing. So maybe, just maybe, we might see that come out. If he gets a mark, followed by, let's see, a roar into an empowered roar. It could work. It could work. He'd be the burst mage you've always wanted for your team. I could see it.
He could absolutely pull it off. It definitely, you can make pretty much anything work on ARAM, but it's a matter of will all mid-all modes actually allow them to pull that off, because they have some decent picks. The Gangplank's super annoying. And actually one of the things that I want to mention is that Jinx actually took Exhaust here, which is a little bit kind of interesting, but I feel like she's using that for when the Olaf, when the Rengar come at her and dive her, she can pop that Exhaust, kite much better, set up the traps a little better as well on top of that. So I don't mind the Exhaust when you know that Olaf as well as Rengar are going to be jumping right after you. And if you can exhaust that Rengar before he gets that burst off, that's pretty much it, and the kitty goes down. As long as you can make sure he doesn't kill you instantly, Rengar is not very good at all. But as you see right away, all those tears, catalysts, and they immediately get out on the map, get to that bush as fast as possible, and let the enemy face check for first blood.
It is not an AP Rengar. I am disappointed.
Well,
I
you
was
never, yes,
hopeful, but I am disappointed.
and we'll see who might be potentially the first casualty. Gangplank Barrel all are being set up. It looks like Kate is first in line. Is Callista slightly faster than her though? Who's gonna get it? Ooh, looks like Callista slightly faster. Will she be able to catch up in time? Who's gonna die first?
Oh,
Who
and the
wants
one person
Oh no,
with the
good job setting up the
snowball.
Sentinel.
Good, good.
Well played, well played. Good job.
Still got a bit of poke down. Not much, but enough.
Definitely better than having to burn a flash or just get chunked in general there. So good job by Little N and the boys using their scouting to make sure they don't get that initial kind of disadvantage right off the bat, because that is a standard all mid, all mode strategy. Get onto the map as fast as possible and camp that bush right there. So good job from Callista, making sure team's all right. But look at that
God.
poke! Oh, jeez.
What is this?
And there's the CLG icon. Hey!
Hey, I mean, it's
Hey,
good.
there's another- hey,
It's
look at
good.
him.
It means they're basically gonna win. At least in my book, it is a free win for them.
It means they're going
This
to
is
do
a
really
fun-
well for the most majority of the season and then fail at the end.
See, look what happens. They pop the CLG icon and instant damage onto Zillion. Foxwell is almost dead at this point, and it's ridiculous just how much damage can come out this quickly.
And they need to be really careful. They're walking up taking a lot of poke right now. If I was the side of Little N and the boys, I'd just be chilling out right now and making sure I don't take those zaps. Just stand behind your minions for the time being. They're taking way too much poke right now.
Still, the CLG icons staying strong above their heads. Or, well, not above the heads of Little N and the boys, but above ARAM.
Yeah, they've got at least two, so that's enough to make them a CLG team. But I believe we had one TSM logo on the side of Little N and the boys, so it can be a CLG versus TSM game. And I like that CLG's on blue, TSM's on red. I think that's very fitting. But they're just spamming these icons, which is what I mean. That's what CLG is all about: is that early game pressure, like early game rotations and map movement, taking down those turrets and getting that early lead. And that seems to be what all mid all modes is about right now.
This is brutal, though. I'm just watching barrel after barrel do so much damage to so many people, too. I mean, What is a Wolf has been getting at least 2 people every single time he pops one, ever since that first one. Oh! Going a bit deep there, but not really able to get too much off. AM don't have that double healer comp. They can't just sustain through everything this time around, but fortunately, Gangplank does have that remove scurvy if he really wants to use it as a heal. Oh, I feel so bad. Every time that barrel pops, I just feel a little bit worse inside for Little N the boys.
Teemo used his shrooms, keeps running into that side of the turret there, and I really don't like that because you can hit every single skill shot when the person is stuck in there. There's nowhere to juke to, and these zaps are hitting constantly. LeBlanc's poking, Corky's hitting Qs on him. You can't run to that side of the turret for that long. People are going to recognize those patterns and just train skill shots on top of you, and you can see how much HP Kate's running through right now.
Oh, there goes the Warwick. Blood Scent is ready. Not really going to do much, but it's nice to have it always available on this map. The one nice thing about playing Warwick on ARAM is you're always moving fast. Oh,
And Kate taking more zaps. And that's the thing
no.
that's interesting as well, is all mid on modes, when they get Jinx, they like to go caster Jinx on ARAM. They like to invest in the zap. They pretty much skill up the zap first, go with that tier, and go pretty much, like I said, like caster, almost like as if you'd see like a Varus with his Q poke. They do the same thing with the zap poke there from Jinx, and it works out reasonably well if you play off that style.
I mean, think about it. Early on, you're not going to be able to get consistent harass off. And if you're able to get these one-offs, that's more than enough to do well.
Right.
Look at the damage.
And behind the door is doing such a good job. He's gonna get, I was gonna say, he might go down right there, but he's doing such a good job of using the zaps when there's other CC on his opponent, so he knows that there's no way to dodge when Kate's stuck between the side of the turret right there, when there's some form of slow coming out. Rare Candy going in for some poke.
They're trying to get something, but look, at this time, I pause every single time just to, like, take a gut punch here for Little M.
And that's what's so scary, is Gangplank is doing so much damage to them right now, and Gangplank doesn't even do damage early. He needs to pick up an item or two before he actually really hits that nice spike, and once he does that, then the real damage is going to come. So if you're kind of scared of the damage now, I am just not looking forward to seeing this Gangplank getting those first few items and then coming back.
Shane is working out well for him, but speaking out of things, oof, I could have sworn that was going to land right onto Adversante? Are we Spanish now? This would explain why our Twitch chat was full of Spanish people earlier.
Yeah, that was true. We did definitely have a multilingual Twitch chat for a bit there before this stream. And the thing that's so scary for me right now is that as soon as Jinx hits level 6, she taps R, and it's a single, double, possibly even a triple kill just by tapping the R button, waiting for that level 6.
There it is!
Kill.
First blood!
Yeah, and we're just kind of wondering and waiting when that was going to happen. Rare Candy, that's the clone though, unfortunately.
I was confused. I was like, oh no! It's dead!
Oh, there it is.
Oh no, behind the door.
Isn't it? Yep, there it is. Yep.
Oh, the mark came out so close. Wow.
So in a matter of about 30 seconds there, Jinx went from 0-0-0 to 3-0-0 right now. Has a lot of money to spend, and now they have free reign over this turret, and with 2 AD carries to push down the turret, it's way different than last game, where they were relying on those AP champions and then tons of melees. They've got actual AD carries to take down the turrets right now. Even though they're both sitting on tiers, it doesn't matter. Ooh! Hey!
Right to the face. Mark is thrown out, not going to land, just a little bit off, but here comes the Kalista ultimate. It's coming on down. There's the gangplank to answer with. Oh no! Zillion right in the middle of things, but the ult goes off. There's the exhaust though, right onto the Rengar. He is still alive behind the door. He's still fighting here, and Rengar slowly going down as Adversante goes. Tries to do a little bit more, but is taken out. The flash coming down from Teemo Shrooms. They are trying to get onto him, and the traps actually land. Teemo Shrooms able to answer back, though, take out the Jinx. But this ends in a triple kill going out to Gross Pigeon on that Warwick. And I mean, I don't think Warwick is that useful here in ARAM, but so far 3-0-3, working towards what I assume is a run of ages. But I mean, let's face it, Corki needed to die there, so can't be too surprised about that. But now Zaddy in the middle of things, taking about half health down, but it's going to be Rare Candy destroyed by that red, and now Gross Pigeon left in the middle of 3 members of Little, and the boys were behind the door with the rest of his team pick up 2. Can Gross Pigeon get out of your life? The red is too much, and 1 auto attack to seal the shutdown, but Blixie is going to go down to the auto attacks from behind the door there, doing a phenomenal job on this Jinx. 5-1-4, no BF sword or anything of the like, instead opting for that brutalizer for that CDR and that armor pen.
Exactly, yeah, going for that CDR, Lucidity Boots, plus the Brutalizer, that's 25% right there, plus probably 5 from her Masteries, 30% CDR, sitting on the tier, going to turn that into a Manamune as soon as she can. Brutalizer, great for those snipes as well. Like I was saying before, going for that almost like Varus-style caster build, so those zaps hurt so bad, and it's been working out extremely well so far.
I mean, was that minion worth it, Rengar? I don't know.
Yeah, and as you were saying before, Warwick not the best at ARAM, but he's actually reasonably strong as long as he's a team to kind of fill the holes that he does not cover, and as long as you're playing properly. Really kind of the problem with Warwick on these maps is that usually you're kind of doing some siege, and he's not very good in siege scenarios, but in actual fights, he's reasonably strong. So as long as you're just chilling in the back for the time being and then waiting for opportune moments to come up and then unload damage and take damage as the tank, that's when Warwick actually pays dividends and really is a good kind of part and member of the team here. And Gross Pigeon playing Warwick extremely well right now, playing that Warwick, or that ARAM Warwick style, excuse me. That's very, very passive, but when it's time to shine, he goes in and he makes things happen, and it's really tough to deal with. Here's Rengar.
Speaking of going in, Zaddy going in, but the instant suppress is going to stop him right in his tracks. Meanwhile, Adversante going for Rare Candy, but he is taken down as well. Meanwhile, just keep on dying there. Little N and the boys, they're going to get aced here. A clean ace as AM push on to yet another tower. They should be able to get the inhibitor off this very, very easy. Zay does not have his ult to counter.
Yeah, that's the thing, is the death timers are super low, but with 2 AD carries, as well as you got Gangplank, Warwick, like they've got so much potential to kill these inhibitors, kill these turrets, and of course Corki actually is going that AP, went for the Ludens, and now these guys probably want to die and spend that gold that they've earned. I really feel like Kalista possibly should have done the soul bind there with somebody other than Zillion.
Oh, Zillion.
Yeah.
It might have worked out a little bit nicer with someone like Adversante on that. Oof. Team let that happen though. They were like, you know what? It's his time.
I think Corki was like, no, everybody back off, leave me go. This one's for me.
I want this.
It's my time. And just eats the shot right in the face, but goes back home and picks himself up a Codex. So he's gonna have some CDR and some AP as well. The Fiendish Codex, one of my favorite kind of half-built items in the entire game. I think it's so stat effective, cost effective as well.
Uh-oh, taking a lot of damage here as Behind the Door picks up yet another kill. Gross Pigeon tanking like a champion. Still alive, and he's going to be able to regain all of that health fairly quickly through his autos and his abilities. But he might just want to sacrifice himself since it's going to take quite a long time.
Yeah, he's definitely reasonably fed right now. Let's see how much gold he's sitting on. About 1,300. It's not the biggest deal in the world. But Jinx and GP sitting on about 2.5k apiece. Once those guys die, that is going to be a lot of items coming back in their pockets.
As we see, AMA, they're still holding on fairly well. Meanwhile, everyone on the side of Little N and the boys, save for Zaddy, sitting at about half HP. The next team fight to break out could be incredibly decisive as AMAM have super minions pushing down on the enemy Nexus.
Yeah, oh, this is so dangerous. Hey.
Rare candy on that LeBlanc.
And I know that feeling all too well of when you're Caitlyn, you're like, I got the net off, it's fine, but the damage is already traveling before that point.
JK, meanwhile, Adversante, so close with the suppression, instantly onto Zaddy, caught out using that sweeper, but the Zillion ult is going to keep him alive, but for how long? He is not even able to pick up the kills that he wants. Meanwhile, Eric L able to pick up a triple kill here as he pushes his team forward. There we go. There we go. Once again, it's okay. This is all planned.
They want to buy. They want to buy.
They need to buy. They don't just want to buy. They need to for the benefit of their team. And their team is more than willing to let that happen. AMAM know what they are doing here. And they are not letting it push them away. But here we go. Eric getting incredible with that Zillion time bomb. But it is going to be... Oh, no, it is Zaddy picking up the kill here. Now we only have Gross Pigeon left at this point. He is going to give himself over. But like we mentioned last time, when you're dying in ARAM, you're coming back so much stronger than before. And Jinx, Gangplank, they had a lot of time to accrue a fairly significant amount of gold. They are coming back hungry.
Yeah, very true. And I love the coordination with all mid-on modes. You've seen it twice so far, where they let the ace in the hole come through. They're like, yeah, we want to die. Hey, that's not a bad idea. Sure, give it over to Kate. We don't care. We'll pick up that kill. That's totally fine. And usually, of course, you need to see the Oh, behind the door.
Oh, that was a little bit risky. But Zaddy is the one actually falling here. Generally, that is not the way things go. Jinx should not have that kind of mobility, but thanks to her team being there to help her destroy Rengar, it worked out all right in the end.
And didn't actually pop the exhaust there, which was kind of confusing to me. Whoa, DP going in, huge damage.
Damage! Oh, the Mega Death Rocket, so close, but a good block by Adversante there on that Olaf. The only problem existing now is that not only is Blitzy low, but Adversante is low as well. Ace in the hole coming out once again. No kill this time.
They're just gonna die.
Adversante!
With the turret.
He can't make it out though. Rare Candy picks up the kill. The Zillion ult saves Blitzy, but for how long? He goes down instantly. What is the Wolf? Also looking incredibly dangerously low here. Daddy is going to help pick up that kill for Teemo uses Shroom, but he is going to sacrifice his life in the process. Meanwhile, Teemo uses Shroom is going to go down, and the Rocket is going to pick up the ace. This is going to be the last hour, and this is going to be the finals going in favor of AMAM. The GGs are coming out. AMAM win this one here tonight. CLG Icons standing strong.
Extremely well played game there by all mid, all modes, and they were just stifling to their opponents there, Little N and the boys. Of course, Little N and the boys still coming home with the second place prize of 1,200 RP per player plus 4-win IP bonuses for everybody. I want to commend Gross Pigeon that game, like you're mentioning, the Warwick. Not the greatest in ARAMs, but he played almost a defensive Warwick. When his team was getting dove, when his squishy backline was getting attacked, he used the ult defensively, used his exhaust defensively, and it was one of those champions where we saw before, there was some that didn't take flash before. Warwick is actually one of those champions you can get away with that because of the snowball now in this. The exhaust and the snowball is a great pickup. Normally you'd try to see someone where like, oh, you know what, take the snowball, take the flash. You've got so much gap close that Warwick doesn't have in his actual kit, but the exhaust was actually what saved his carries a lot of the time, and it really paid off in the long run. So I like the kind of summoner choice spell, and this is what I was talking about with ARAM, is there's so much more strategy, there's so many more kind of out-of-the-box things you can do in ARAM, because there's not this kind of standard meta. It's just pretty much like, oh, what works for me? I've used this before, this seems to work. We can get away with not taking a flash on Warwick, where on Summoner's Rift, you better take that darn flash. But on ARAM, if you use the snowball properly, use the exhaust properly, and Warwick is a great pickup. So really good job by all mid on modes, showing that they know this mode like the back of their hand there. Caster Jinx, AP Corki, getting stuff done. So they're going home with the grand prize, 1600 RP per player, plus Triumphant Rise skins for the whole team, which they definitely already have, and 4-win IP boosts on top of that. So congratulations to all of our teams playing in this game so far, or playing this tournament. Thank you guys so much for watching and playing and listening, all that kind of cool stuff. We're going to have another tournament next Friday as well. Please check out our website, randomcs.com, and click the register button right there, and you'll see all of our upcoming tournaments that you can sign up for, whether you're a team or free agent. Please sign up as soon as possible, because the sooner you're in there, the easier it is for everybody to get their free agent teams and all that kind of cool stuff like that. So thank you guys so much for being a part of this. Earthkey, anything to say before we call this thing a night?
I have no idea what you guys are doing tomorrow for World Finals. I'm still trying to figure it out myself. I think what's going to end up happening with me personally, I'm just going to stay up all night, wait the... Oh, jeez, maybe not. I just realized it's a long way off, but I'm going to do it anyway. Finals coming out tomorrow, boys. Watch them.
That's the thing, is when they have it at this time, it's like, ooh, do I stay up or do I get up early? And really, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Either one, you're going to be dead tired regardless of what happens. So whichever you choose, try and watch those finals. Thank you guys so much for watching our stream. Like I said, we have tournaments every Friday. We're trying to get more on Saturday as well. We'll keep you updated with all of our upcoming tournament dates. Check our website, randomcs.com. Please follow us on Facebook and Twitter, Esports RCS on both of those. Give us a like, give us a follow. Follow us on Twitch as well, please. Our website, once again, randomcs.com. We have Heroes of the Storm tournaments, Hearthstone tournaments as well, and of course League of Legends, what we all love. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this. My name is Streeple. You can follow me on Twitter at Streeple, casting alongside Earthkey, who is on Twitter at the Earthkey, RCS, randomcs.com. We'll see you guys next week.